Achieving world champion status while receiving recognition in boxing is a tremendous challenge. It becomes ever more daunting when competing in the legendary Four Kings era. Mike McCallum's legacy is one marked by remarkable yet often unappreciated accomplishments, earning him the title of the Unknown Champion. Despite this, he is revered by experts as one of the most technically gifted and respected fighters of his time. A masterful and well-rounded boxer, McCallum was celebrated for his exceptional technical acumen, slick defense, and punishing body punches, which rightfully earned him the nickname, the Body Snatcher. Over a career that spanned more than 2 decades, he captured world titles in 3 weight classes: light middleweight, middleweight, and super middleweight. His ability to hold his own against some of the finest fighters even late into his career, including the likes of prime Roy Jones Jr. and James Toney, firmly established his reputation as a versatile and astute boxer. Mike McCallum was a slick counterpuncher and a highly skilled technician. As a well-rounded boxer, he excelled both defensively and offensively. He was comfortable at any range, but thrived in mid-range, where he could avoid the need for constant in and out movement. Instead, he utilized small steps and slips to shift angles and positions, always staying in firing range. An intelligent fighter, McCallum adapted his strategy based on his opponents, whether it meant fighting from the outside to keep punches at bay, stalking down elusive movers, or go shoulder to shoulder against aggressive opponents, where he thrived in a pocket of no man's land. The catalyst of any great boxer is an imposing jab, and Mike McCallum possessed a highly educated jab that he utilized as a versatile tool. Primarily, he used it to maintain range and control tempo of the fight. Opponents found it challenging to penetrate his outermost layer, the jab, before they could initiate their own offense. McCallum frequently kept the jab pumping, keeping opponents at bay and establishing control. Once he had them in position, he used the jab to line up his offensive weapons, which included powerful punches and devastating body shots.
One pretty good left hook, but that's really about the only one. You see, he's just concerned about... He's taking an awful chance with McCallum doing that. I don't know why.
In essence, his jab functioned as the quarterback, orchestrating every offensive play executed in the ring.
That's a tough penalty to pay, to have 2 punches in this fight that landed was good. It was a left. He's asking for trouble. You may do that with an inferior opponent, but not...
Although primarily known as a counterpuncher, McCallum demonstrated a remarkable ability to adopt an aggressive style when the situation called for it. He was an exceptional mid-range and pocket fighter, weaving together punches with defensive maneuvers. Fearless in the heat of battle, McCallum possessed one of the most granite chins in boxing history, going an impressive 55-fight career without ever being stopped.
There is no get out, and Mike McCallum punches.
As you say, Jim, he had to try and set a fast pace, Watson, but he'll walk onto some punches.
Hands off, he has no chance. But he's flag at the moment.
Chip McCallum, I said it right from the start, which is, I say, the nickname, could see the expression on the face and the way he was breathing. McCallum's left lead there, Watson.
Reggie, I don't think there's any chance of beating this man at long range.
What set him apart in the fast-paced encounters was his unique talent for integrating defensive maneuvers into his offensive strategy. His duality made him a truly dangerous opponent. His counterpunching abilities was particularly lethal, as they truly shined during fierce exchanges. He had an uncanny gift for reading opponents and striking back at just the right moment.
Between a champion and a...
This ability to transform him into one of the most threatening fighters in the ring. While he could apply pressure, any misstep from his adversaries would be met with swift and punishing retribution, making every moment a high-stakes game of skill and strategy.
Curry now.
It's going to land him. A little complaint from McCallum about watching his head then.
A fighter doesn't earn a moniker, the body snatcher, without a compelling reason. And McCallum exemplified this truth as a malicious body puncher. His offensive strategy was meticulously crafted to target every vulnerable area, but it was his commitment to attacking a body that truly set him apart. McCallum didn't just throw punches. He delivered calculated blows that was designed to dig deep, aiming to fracture bones and disrupt internal organs. He understood that the most effective way to timber a towering tree was by chopping at its roots. A formidable offense begins with a strong body attack, and McCallum lived by this principle. By focusing on his opponent's gas tank, he systematically wore them down, ensuring that each punishing shot contributed to the eventual unraveling. What truly brought McCallum's style full circle was a slick defense. Central to his skill set as a counterpuncher was his ability to elude and evade without ever fully pulling out the pocket. He employed subtle dips and slips, gliding around his opponents with a finesse that made them miss by mere inches rather than wide margins. This elusiveness kept him perpetually within striking range. For his opponents, it was maddening to face a target that seemed so close yet remained slippery. They found it incredibly difficult to land clean shots or follow up even when they did manage to connect. The sophistication of McCallum's defensive maneuvers was a complex puzzle, woven with layers of skill and instinct that left his opponents frustrated and off balance.
Oh, another one short on a few of his bombs that he's throwing while McCallum's been moving like that right hand and left.
What McCallum's doing right now, make him work, make him move.
Versatility is the hallmark of greatness in boxing, and Mike McCallum embodied this principle with remarkable sophistication. He demonstrated an impressive ability to adjust his style to suit each opponent, making strategic changes not just before the fight, but often mid-bout. McCallum was a threat at every range, exhibiting a blend of durability, intelligence, and cunning that made him a feared competitor. His skill set was comprehensive. If the situation called for technical boxing, he could execute it flawlessly. And if the fight turned rough, he could engage with equal ferocity. A hard-nosed warrior, he had the uncanny ability to transform a match into a brawl when necessary, surviving and thriving in a fiercely competitive era of boxing. His exceptional ring intelligence allowed him to read and adapt to his opponents in real time. This adaptability set him apart as one of the most versatile fighters in boxing history. It's a pity that Mike McCallum often went underappreciated during his competitive days. Competing in an era brimming with legends, he often found himself in the shadows of more widely celebrated champions. However, as time unfolded, fans have begun to recognize the remarkable talent and greatness of this Jamaican warrior. A three-time world champion, McCallum possessed the skills and tenacity to compete in any era of boxing, ready to challenge and give any champion hell. His legacy, once overlooked, is now being celebrated for his brilliance and versatility that defined his illustrious career.
But he might have to take a fair amount of stick to do it.
But there's a bit more confidence in his work now. But these shots are still vicious.
BA Championship. Well, the crowd.
See, straight away your jaw feels different.
Watson in trouble here now. What a champion this is. And he's just sagging a bit there, isn't he, Jim Watson? Yes, floundering into the ropes. And that was sheer exhaustion as well as those final punches came in.